If you're selling digital downloads on Etsy or any other platform, what you really want to do is find evergreen niches. And what I mean by evergreen is that you can sell these all year long, regardless of politics or the time of year. And so in this video, I'm going to highlight a niche that I love selling in, and it's a huge niche with tons of potential. And I'm going to show you a couple examples of just how popular this niche is. And what I'm talking about here are religious or spiritual designs. The reason I like these is because people generally purchase designs that they're passionate about. And so here we can see when I type in on Redbubble, the very first result for funny, which is 10.3 or 10.4 million designs, is a funny Jesus sticker. When I type in Jesus SVG on Etsy, I wind up with almost 40,000 results. So what happens sometimes is we look at 40,000 results and we say, oh, there's no point in competing, there's too much competition. But I would contend that that's not true. And I just want to show you a couple examples. Here's a bundle that this seller is selling on Etsy. They've got 80,000 sales. Now, it's not all this bundle, but their store in general has sold 80,000 sales, which is amazing. And here they've got a bundle of Christian quotes. They're pretty basic, and they look beautiful. It's not a put down. I'm just saying these are relatively easy to use. Here's one if you're thinking that, well, that was a huge seller with 80,000 sales. This is a relatively new seller, 35 sales. This is a $4 download for one thing, and they've already made some sales. So even if you're brand new on Etsy, if you come up with a witty, inspirational design, you can make sales. So in this video, I've actually got 3 resources I'm going to highlight, and I'm just going to walk through how you can make some religious or spiritual designs to help drive some sales in your digital business. All right, so the first resource I've got is the Library of Congress, and I'm going to put the links to these in the video description below. And what you want to do in the Library of Congress here is search for Joseph Binder. Joseph Binder was an artist in the mid-20th century who came up with some great religious posters, and these are all in the public domain. So I'm just going to pop one open here. This is Zacharias. Here's the actual poster. You can also view in the enlarged image if you just click on it. Pops up, you can zoom in. It's a watercolor. I'm just going to maximize it. We can see here we've got a quote from the Bible, and then we've got this beautiful watercolor here. So you could use the watercolor as is, you could use the quote, you could redo it, remix it. This is in the public domain. There's all sorts of church-related items, and again, they don't have to be Christianity. This is just one example. The second site that's a go-to site for me is SVG-SILH, and the SILH stands for silhouettes. And you can see right here at the top, all contents are released under Creative Commons CC0, which is public domain. So everything on here, I just typed in Jesus. And again, you might be more creative than me. You could type in other search terms as well. But I love this website because what you can do is simply just click on the design, and then there's this little color palette up here at the top. So you could actually change the color palette of anything that you're downloading. These are true vectors. You can download an SVG, or you can also download a PNG as well. So you can use this to create a digital design. You could add text to it. You could mix and match different religious symbols, different iconographies, and then you could make a digital download in that regard as well. The third resource that I like to use is the metmuseum.org, and specifically it's called Open Access at the Met. So I've got this little search window here. Again, I'll put this in the video description below. And because I've clicked Open Access, this means by definition, everything that comes back is going to be in the public domain. So I've got 1,300 results. And again, I've just searched for Jesus. You don't have to search for Jesus. You could search for something else. So I'm going to switch it up here, and I'm going to type in Jewish. And that's just a different religion. And here we can see there's 285 results that come back. So there are pictures, there's all sorts of artifacts. This is a museum website. But what I like is there's different sketches that come back, different medieval pictures that come back. And you could certainly use this as inspiration if you're looking for to create t-shirt designs, or if you're looking to create some sort of digital download. So here's an example. You can see here it says public domain. And here's a nice high quality scan. To download it, I would simply click over on the bottom right hand side and I could download it. You could use this on a t-shirt design. You could use this as a digital download, a sticker. You could use it for whatever you like. There's lots of options here at the Met. Just make sure when you're searching that you're searching through open access. And you want to make sure this little box here is clicked, and then you could type in any search term. You get back all sorts of weird, wild stuff, and you can let your imagination run wild. I do want to point out there's really two ways that you can use religious or spiritual designs. One is just straight ahead. You would just create inspirational quotes. You would create uplifting religious iconography that you would put on a t-shirt or a sticker, and you'd sell them as a digital download. But I want to show you the second example, which is more of a funny design or a witty design. So this is a real life example. I'm on SVG-SILH and I've typed in the search term beard. I actually downloaded this design here, which is just a kind of a silhouette of glasses and a beard. The reason is I have a friend of mine who happens to be Mennonite, and he's got a big bushy beard. And so for his birthday, I actually created this t-shirt for him that says Mennonite Mafia, and he thought this was absolutely hilarious, and he wears it all the time and he loves it. So it's kind of an inside joke, right? If you don't know, let's say Mennonites, for example, you may not particularly find it funny. But if you are Mennonite, you may find it really funny because there's a lot of people that wear like beards in the Mennonite community. So that's just an example. My friend loved the t-shirt. He thought it was hilarious. And that really speaks to the power of niching down when you create digital designs or when you create print-on-demand designs. The more specific you can be, the better the chance that it's going to resonate with somebody individually. They're going to go, wow, somebody made a t-shirt that looks like it's made expressly for me. And that's really a key to making sales in the long run. I really hope you found this video helpful. As always, feel free to throw your comments and questions down below. I always do my best to help out. And if you know the answer to a question, feel free to contribute as well. I'd love to hear from you. And here's another niche idea where you can supercharge your digital design and selling skills.